We're going to talk about Binance and its future predictions. People are really bullish on this. Let's see if we can debunk it. So hi guys, welcome to the channel. If you are new, please do subscribe, hit the bell button, like, comment, follow me on socials, and do feel free to say hello. You can. Telegrams and all kinds of good stuff below. So, Binance. The coin, the utility of trading, use less fees, buy into their ICO promotions, all kinds of stuff, right? But we're going to talk about some predictions now. I often say that Binance is a really good hold if you're using the Binance platform. I do have some reservations with Binance in terms of recently they're a bit sluggish and slow, but they are improving, they are building a load of products, they've got their own chain, staking, all kinds of stuff like that. It's kind of important. So that could also increase the value. You got to look at this in terms of use case for the Binance machine. The Binance machine is getting bigger. The Binance token, essentially, or the coin, however you want to describe it as, is pretty large in its consumption of fees and all kinds of stuff. So, is it undervalued? Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is kind of to pinpoint the fact that people are talking about it, but also more the fact that people are going, oh my god, it's going to go to $1,000. That could be possible, but also I think it's very, very unrealistic. But it depends on how big that Binance machine gets. So let's talk about it. So if you're unaware of the Binance exchange, it's by far the biggest. By far, in terms, not so much the biggest, but popular in terms of like a lot of people use it. It's very, very easy to use. But when people talk about it, they always look at price predictions. Wow, where's it going to go? We're going to bed you in quite little in terms of up to $47, which is probably double the price. This is just digital coin. But in terms of where I look at like the space, I often say this. I say that cryptocurrencies have a very, very bullish nature to them. They see like the past and they want to go, oh, we're going to go to the moon. The thing with the Binance token and the coin, utility, whatever you want to describe it as, it festers around the fact of use case of that Binance exchange. The thing that I see with this is I see it going up due to new people using Binance, but you've got competition now. Competition in terms of there's other exchanges that are trying to take that market share off the world of Binance. We know that in the past, Binance grew massively, very, very quickly. They're always going to be looking for ways to grow further. You've got crypto.com now. You've got the likes of OKX becoming more westernized. You've got all kinds of different smaller exchanges coming to the forefront with their own little mini trading platforms with much better perks and rewards on one, affiliate marketing, and two, the best one is less fees. The problem you got with Binance and stuff like that, it's very centralized, it's very fee driven. That's a problem. Other exchanges do different things. Simple as that, really. So we're going to go to the main article though in terms of Coinpedia. There's some stuff on here I want to talk about. Obviously, some predictions up to $35 to $40. Wallet investor expect 85% rise in 2020. It will reach $24. Actually, we've already done that. Trading base price will go to 19. Beyond. So a lot of these like quite bearish in reality, but you've got to look at the facts of the Binance token, how it works, the staking element, the whole verification of you holding that token for certain things. It makes things different. But in terms of this, you go on to CoinSwitch. You've got CoinFan. Known for their optimistic and bullish predictions, they predict that BNB will reach up to $390 by the end of 2020. Now, I find that a bit too over the top. That is a huge run from now. That would indicate there's a huge bull run. A lot of people have jumped into the world of Binance and just went fucking crazy and bought all the shit coins going. But that's the big thing with it. That's where I think this will do well. When the market really takes off, like properly takes, not this little tiddly little thing right now. This properly takes off. If you've never experienced a bull run, this isn't a bull run, by the way, just to let you know. This is just a bull trend, we're trickling up nicely, but it hasn't gone parabolic yet. We've not gone to that euphoric stage yet. Still in disbelief, in my opinion. So, next one is obviously Crypto Ground. There, I mentioned it before, down to $6, but in 5 years' time, up to $28. I think that's a bit far-fetched, as in Not far-fetched, as in a bit undervalued. Trading Beasts, yeah, BNB, whatever. So we're going to take that mantle of up to $400. Now, I don't disagree with it. I also kind of don't really agree with it at the same time, because it's that last two words there, 2020 end. It wouldn't shock me in the slightest. Now, I'll be honest with you. Now, let's quickly get up the BNB chart. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, it doesn't, if I remove those bands because they're old, go away. Let's look at this chart. Let's just look at where we've been. We've already been to $40, right? The way I look at this is, I don't see it going totally mental, as in 10x from here. But I do see it doing very, very well. And these wild predictions is what you need to be careful of. Don't fall into the FOMO trap, as when this is doing well, jumping in at all-time highs levels, which could happen, by the way, very, very quickly over time. If Binance do a lot of IEOs, if their staking rewards are higher than everyone else, if their rewards are better than everyone else, if their fees are the lowest than everyone else, they can get a lot of people in. Simple as that. They've got the name, they've got the history, well, 3-year history, but they've got the history of being reliable in terms of, if they get hacked, they've got a fund. They're a bit more safer. They've got a lot of good products. They've got all kinds of stuff. They can do pretty much anything these days. So that's where I'm looking at. But when you start looking and breaking down the weekly levels of this, it's kind of very, very interesting. We've got a massive turning point there, right? That's simple. You cannot even ignore that. We've got a turning point here, which is also historic with all these levels. So even if I go from this wick level here, that is a huge $25 psychological level. But where are we right now? Just below that. So you got to kind of break this up in such a way that it's kind of, look at where things have turned around, where things have stopped. I'm going to put it right pretty much here, where it's turned around and dropped. The reason being, it's kind of important. It's also had a bit of support in and around this region anyways, and also here. So if we're looking at this level here, we'll go to the wicks. This is the chart pretty much broken down in a nice neat format. Apologies if you can hear sirens. It's irritating. So moving on to that, that is basically the chart right now, broken up into nice simple segments. Break beyond this, we fly up to that level. But one thing that is apparent is this top level here. Is it undervalued? In my opinion, yeah. It's not overvalued. It's definitely in the middle. Put that on now. The reason being, I like it to look like a top. So that is where we are. Progressively coming down over time. We've not formed a high. We need to break this level, obviously. But in my opinion, if I'm looking at this as a potential entry point, there's a potential entry already. When you look at this swing on this level here, even if you're going from this bottom here up to this level up here, we have retraced quite nicely. Let me just do that correctly. There we go. Into that level. So this, $20 level wouldn't shock me in the slightest to see a $25 range very, very soon, and potentially testing this top level, which is in confluence with this $27 profit range here, which is where we turned around back in February. So that is a very, very simple chart. Very, very simple. But long term, I wouldn't, if I was an investor right now in Binance token and you fancied it, I would look in and around two regions. Basically, this big ass box here. Look at this level right here. Actually, go a bit lower. Go from $19 below. That is this area here, in my opinion, should be your essential. If you're trading this, as in you want to buy it low, sell it high, cool, go for it. If you're an investor, look below this line. That is simple, okay? Because you got all that price action below. It can go below that. So that's what you're looking for. Ping into this box here, bang, off we go. Fuck off. Investor, this huge range below $15, ladder down all the way. Collect, collect, collect. You don't know what's going to happen in the market. Remember, this market follows Bitcoin. Cool, happy days. But when you're looking at entries, by the way, just to give you a pointer. In terms of this, right, just to give you a pointer here. There's a lot of people who don't actually get this or understand this. See these little turning points here, right? Listen to me. When you see a coin turn and savagely just turn around, look at where the fib levels lie. Look at where things go. Also, look at key levels of structure. right on this nose from the past. If I go back to the weekly time frame again, turned around here. We've wicked on here. We've had a bit of a settlement here. Wick, wick, wick. Boom. Nice free lesson for you there. See you later.